heart is a balloon.
And now, from Costa Mesa, California, at the Sunset 17 studio, it's time for Sunset Rewind with Kevin and Mo.
All right, Sunset Rewind back at you. Edison Charger State Championship Edition. Joined by Cooper Cirillo and Jake Minter helping us break down the film today. How does that sound, gentlemen?
Sounds excellent.
Has it hit you yet?
Sort of, kind of. I mean, I'm sure right now it will, and then just looking back on it.
Me, no, not yet. It just, still doesn't feel.
Yeah.
What time did you wake up this morning, and what was kind of going through your mind when you finally did wake up?
Probably like 9:30. I was hungry when I woke up. That's
well, you had a big day yesterday.
Yeah, no, 9:30, same. And then, just I told him this morning, I saw him again, and I just told him, like, dude, we won a state championship.
Just saying it is what's crazy.
And that's never happened in Edison's history. I mean, you've got a rich tradition.
Yeah.
And you've had a lot of championships, but never a state.
Never a state.
And you guys will, you can come back 50 years from now like those old guys on the sideline and say, back in the day.
That'll be us.
It's just the realization of how many high schools there are in a state as big as California as well.
True.
And that's a great point because there's a lot of CIF champions. I think there's like 15 divisions, and all over the place. But when you get to state, now you're breathing rarefied air. That's a very unique group, and to be a part of that's pretty cool. Did you guys go out after last night, like as a team, like anything like that?
Yeah, the whole team, we kind of just met up and just like kind of embraced each other. Just had a good time, just all kind of.
Because you had an early start, so you actually had time to actually.
So we actually had time to do stuff. Man, all the guys got together. It was really great. Just hanging with the guys one last time after our game. It was
I wonder what the atmosphere at school is going to be like tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
we'll see.
We'll see. Yeah.
Is it kind of weird? And we're going to get to the game, but I want to ask you. Like, I remember after the last game my senior year, that Monday. You'll always be Edison Chargers. It's a family. I get that, but you're no longer on the team. The new team for next year is lifting. You guys are off the hook. Is that kind of a weird feeling? Has that even hit you yet? Like tomorrow tomorrow at 2:00, you're done.
Yeah, I think that's when it's going to hit the most, at least for me, that moment.
I mean, you know what you could do after school tomorrow instead of lifting, you get fitted for your rings.
Oh, yeah, true.
You can go to the beach and lay out. It's a little cool, but you got a little time on your hands.
Just every day. Since last year after we lost against Rancho Cucamonga, just going back to lift just right the next day, and now having not to do that, it's gonna be really
well.
Weird.
That's an interesting point because Rancho Cucamonga, that was the first round, correct?
Yeah,
yes.
That was first round.
That's like in early November. So this unique group has been together for over a year.
Yeah.
Because that following Monday, your new season started this season.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so to be with that many people for that long, that's quite a ride.
I was talking to Nico on the sideline last night during the game, and think of it this way: you were playing on December 14th. You were playing a football game in high school 11 days before Christmas.
Man.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
Wow. Yeah.
It's so crazy. We're practicing, and me and my buddies, I'm telling them, like, dude, we're practicing in December.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's nuts.
Well, hey, man, if you're practicing in December, you're having a heck of a season.
Oh,
Let's get into this thing. Cole, would you please pull up my monitor? So you guys were on the road. Afternoon game. Was that cool? Was that a big deal starting at 3 o'clock? Did it...
3:30.
Yeah, when I was catching punts and warm-ups, the sun was in my eyes, and I was like, is this going to be a factor? But then a good breeze started to hit, and the sun started to go down.
Overcast a little bit.
All right, let's get into this. The first series of the game was unbelievable. 15 plays, took over 9 minutes. You guys just grounded and pounded. It was just methodical.
That was crazy. 9 minutes and 14 seconds.
And you got to think as opponents, a state championship, you're excited. It's a heavy offensive team. And you're just sitting there watching the game, getting cold, literally and figuratively.
Yeah.
And you just worked your way down the field. Julius running, Sam Thompson play action, and then ultimately, Julius and the Wildcat with all his blockers get in there. So early on, it's 7-0, and I always like to get a shot of the crowd just to get a vibe. You guys had a great crowd.
Yeah. Amazing turnout by Edison
really
Nation.
Awesome. And the backdrop's amazing. That Saddleback
Great
Mountains.
venue too.
Yeah, I'll talk about that after the game. It was unbelievable. So 7-0 early on, but your opponents wouldn't go down. Central Fresno. Jelani Dipple would find E.J. Morgan, and they had a really good passing attack. This is a team that put up a lot of points this year, and I think, Jake, you were responsible for this. You and is that Slaughter? Who is that?
That was me. I got my eyes in the backfield a little undisciplined.
You're a good player. Well, you make up for it later, so it's all good. So 7-7.
Yeah, I'll say.
But early on, long drives, but nobody's punting. I don't think there was a punt in the first half, if I remember correctly. And then
there was
more offense. Julius Gillick's going to take it. Julius being Julius.
Rumbling,
now here's a guy that could run the ball really well.
Mm-hmm.
More Julius Gillick's going to stiff arm one guy, get around another, and then truck this guy. Boom, get out of my way. This guy's focused. He is on his way to the end zone. No spinning the ball this time. Good job, Julius.
That's right.
Lesson learned, I guess. Thanks, Mr. Official. So
Teachable
14-7,
moment.
Edison. But, hey, Fresno was not going away. Jelani Dipple is going to find his outstanding receiver again. Play action, hits him on the slant. Jukes one defender, shakes another. So,
That's a good football team.
Yeah.
Central.
Yeah, no, their game plan for us offensively was really good.
I mean, they kind of spread you out and were finding the gaps
Yeah.
in the zone, and they were very efficient on offense. They just didn't get a lot of touches.
Yeah.
This time, Bayan Harris, they're going to run a slant flat, good combo route. He just finds behind the backer. I mean,
Yeah.
great throw, great catch. You can't really do much about that. So it's 14-all, closing minute of the first half. Central Fresno would try to get back in this, try to take the lead right before the half, and this guy was one of the problems. Look how athletic he is, breaking tackles, and the fact that he's got an arm and great receivers, on top of the fact he can scramble, created problems for you guys defensively.
Yeah.
Only a sophomore.
Yeah, he was elusive. He was a good
So I
QB.
noticed you mixed it up a little on defense. You got one corner playing press and one playing off.
Yeah.
So right before the half, looking to take the lead, but Gavin Slaughter would pick it off, so they'd go into the half 14-all. And, again, there wasn't a lot of scoring, but both teams were doing a good job on offense. So let me ask you this. It's halftime. Again, they only had 14 points, but they were having a lot of success. Did you make any adjustments, or was it more about just sticking to the plan and doing a better job executing?
I mean, obviously the film showed that was mostly the secondary's fault in the first half, and then what Coach Thomas was just saying, just stay disciplined, do what we do, keep our heads up, and just don't let those big plays that happen just get to us.
So you didn't make any wholesale schematic changes, really. It was just, hey,
No,
we just got to do a
definitely
better
not.
job
Just-
executing.
Yeah, just
Defense the
keep your head
second
up and
half.
just next play, and yeah.
So you got 28 points in the first half, 14-14. The game goes up until 20 seconds left before the next points are scored. So it was a tale of two different games. Like the first half, it's like, offense has got some stuff rolling, but then the second half, both defenses were just
Well, let's get into the second
no,
half. You
amazing.
guys, again, it wasn't about schematic adjustments. It was just about executing. And, you guys executed on the first series of the second half. Carson Schmidt's going to get a pick. But really, that kind of set the tone because nobody scored in the third quarter, really too late in the game. A lot of possessions being traded, nothing happening. So now we're late. We're going to fast forward late in the third. Sam Thompson finally gets something going on offense. He's going to find his wideout. That's you, Mentor. Good job on the dig route. And was that the play that you?
Is
Okay,
the
all
play.
right.
That is the play.
They had success on that early. They're going to go back to that later. So
a
sit
little
tight.
foreshadowing there.
That was the straw that stirred the drink.
So 4th and 3, you're thinking Julius Gillick in the background, easy call. Let's just bang it and get 3 yards. Nope,
Maybe.
play action. Thompson on the slant. Was that Brown or did
That's
Brown.
Aiden.
That's
That's Brown.
Aiden Brown.
So now here's a
Number 3.
interesting situation. It's getting late in the game. All you guys need is a touchdown or a field goal to take the lead. Xavier Jones does a great job. Now the route here, correct me if I'm wrong, is an out and a corner behind it.
Yeah, no, actually, I have the option here to go post or corner depending on the safety's leverage, and safety was inside, so I stuck at corner.
So here's the only problem. You're running this to the boundary, which is fine.
Yeah.
But now he's stepping up. So Sam makes the right read. He's biting on the corner, so you want to run the corner behind it. But you got the end zone behind you. There's just so little real estate, and he only has to take a couple steps. Like this would probably have been better in the open field.
Yeah,
And he just takes a couple steps back, and
That's a great play.
Yeah.
it is a great play.
It
It's
was a
just
good play by the corner, yeah.
yeah, he read it, and I think that was Sam Thompson's first pick since Mission.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's been clutch throughout the playoffs, but both defenses are playing great. It's a championship game, so it's never easy. Okay, so now Central Fresno is going to try to come back, tied up late in the fourth, going to find the wideout, breaks one tackle, shakes another defender, and you're about an arm away from possibly going to the end zone. So it's getting stressful. Now, here was an interesting situation. It's 4th and goal. There's only a couple minutes left. Yeah. The rumor was their field goal kicker was injured or they didn't have one.
Oh, they didn't really have a good field goal.
But one guy
kicker,
can't
yeah.
toe punch it from the 5. I mean, it is what it is. Look,
Yeah.
they're in the state championship for a reason. So
That's going to be about
Maybe
a
they thought
22-yard
that
field goal.
touchdowns or field goals weren't enough, and they needed touchdowns to win.
Possibly.
Based,
So you guys
based on
blitz
Julius Gillick.
one-on-one, hits him in the hands, but nice breakup.
Slaughter right on the coverage there.
So a really lost opportunity, and this guy looks really bummed out. And then you guys would give the ball back. So again, another 4th down situation. They're certainly not kicking a field goal from the 30 if they can't kick
This
it
is
from
where
the
having
5.
that false start's going to come back to haunt them.
So
Earlier
it
in
looks
that
like
drive.
you guys are going to blitz, which means one-on-one coverage, and Lopez, the linebacker, is going to read it, break on it. So now
Nice job, Matt.
I think you take over with about 50 seconds left. Now, I don't want to explain the story.
Here we go.
Some guy calls me while I'm filming this game, so I missed the first 5 seconds of the play. But there's about 50 seconds left. You're basically in your, not even your 2-minute 0, your 50-second 0, which is something you guys have worked on. You're going to run a dig route, the one you ran earlier, and let's just see what happens. Now, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys closing in on you. This is just effort and desire. I don't know if they quit on the play or took bad angles, but we talk about stop blocking downfield.
Aiden
DiGiacomo gets in the way, and just like that, with just seconds left in the game,
I think there was like 20.
Jake Minter, the hero, I mean, a total great effort. Look at the grade he did on the 6-yard line. Gets the go-ahead touchdown, and just by the sidelines, you can see they're closing in. So last play of the game, 1 second left. They're going to throw it to this guy and just hope he can go 70 yards, which isn't really that practical. And game, set, match. Edison would go on to win. Look at that. Hey, don't lose that helmet. Those things aren't cheap.
So, Cooper, you're in on that tackle, right?
That was Nathan Stevens.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I want to break down one more thing real quick. Can anybody recognize who this guy is on the bottom of the screen? Yes, look at that. The gracefulness of a gazelle, like Roger Federer out there. Now, what are you jumping over here? Is that the paint you don't want to jump on?
No, that was the cord.
Okay, I didn't see a cord. But anyway,
Oh, the cameraman.
great job. State champions.
I'm not going to get fined.
No, Teran, that was smart. Like I was on the sideline the whole night. That the cameraman, they had that really long cord going back and forth.
Do those TV timeouts bug you, by the way, or do you even realize that?
No,
Do
we
you like
love
the breaks?
them. We love
No,
them.
me and Coop being two-way players. I mean, I literally told Coop in the first quarter. I think it's like 10, couple minutes in, we get a TV timeout. I'm like, oh yeah, we're gonna use these in the rest of the game.
I remember seeing you after the game, and you looked spent.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see it on your face, not just the emotion. I mean, you were like, I didn't realize that was you who scored the last touchdown. Somebody said Julius. I'm like, really? They threw it to him? Like, he's your running back.
Yeah.
And, man, what an effort. We actually do have an interview, which is you, but that's all right. We'll give you a little extra love here. Cole, would you please pull up my monitor?
Yes, sir.
We good?
Sunset Rewind here with Jake Minter. State champion.
Yes, sir.
Jake Minter of the Edison Chargers. Boy, Jake, what a season starting off 0-2. Did you ever think this was possible?
I mean, just Coach Thomas every day saying we're in it for a championship. 16 weeks, doing our countdown every Saturday morning, working harder than any other team. Working harder any other team every Saturday, doing that countdown, and just after that, working every week by week. And this week was just another week for us. It turned out to be the state championship, and we won.
So you have this entire stadium thinking, hey, we're going to overtime. Then you score that touchdown. You know how much time was left on the clock when you scored?
I had no idea. I mean, when I made the first guy miss, all I was thinking was getting that end zone. Aiden DiGiacomo throwing an amazing block for me. And after that, I just got in, yeah.
What's going through your mind as you're running down the field and you're seeing the end zone get closer and closer and closer? What are you thinking?
I mean, going through my mind, just don't get hocked down. Don't get hocked down. And then also Aiden throwing an amazing block for me, just helping me just get into that end zone, yeah.
So, have you ever had a play like that in your football career?
Never. It's really crazy.
What's it feel like, CIF and state champion?
I mean, everything we work for, just everything God's given me and the team, doing it for my grandpa, and it doesn't feel real. It's great.
All right. Let's lighten this up a little bit because I know it's an emotional time
Yes, sir.
for you. What has been more challenging this season? Winning a state championship or eating all those hot wings?
Oh, I don't know. I definitely say that was pretty close because the next day at practice, for me, it was pretty bad. Yeah, it was pretty bad. But I mean, all the guys just coming together as a team and just week by week, just coming closer and working harder every day and just doing it for the guy next to you is really amazing. And I really love this team, and I'm so glad I got to do it with them.
Well, congratulations, Jake
Thank you
Minter,
guys so
CIF and state champion, Edison Chargers.
For life.
Yes, sir.
Great
Never take
job.
it away. Never take it away.
Great stuff. All right, Teran, just under 2 minutes. That's how you do it, my friend.
That seemed like more than 2 minutes, if you ask
2
me.
minutes and 7 seconds, but we're splitting hairs. First of all, quick question. What's that thing on your neck?
Oh, so that's a cue collar in the playoffs. I got moved back to safety, and I started hitting some people pretty hard, and my head started ringing after a couple of those hits, and it kept continuing in the game. In the
Is it a magnet
future
thing?
games? No, it's just like a little collar that just compresses on your neck and then just pushes more blood to your brain
Does it
to
work?
prevent concussions. Yeah.
Okay.
So, Jake, not to get you emotional again, but
Yeah.
talk about your grandpa.
Yeah, I mean, my grandpa, Phil Keithley, I mean, he did everything for me. After every game, he would call me and just say, rate yourself on 1 through 10. I would always say like 7 or 8, and he'd say, oh, no, 11 out of 10. And I mean, it was just all those calls after every game that just stuck with me, how much of a great grandpa he was to me. And, yeah, I just did it for him. And it was really awesome.
He was watching. He saw it.
Yeah.
I mean, we could see the emotion. It's an emotional moment regardless, but, you kind of score that winning touchdown, and it all just comes crashing
Every time
down.
you look at that ring, you'll think about it. That's beautiful, man.
Mm-hmm.
So when we look at last night's game, I mean, that first drive was just lights out. 15 plays over 9 minutes. Your defense had a second half shutout.
Mm-hmm.
Julius had 129 yards on the ground, 2 rushing touchdowns. Thompson, another workmanlike performance, 12 to 17, 155 yards with a touchdown. He had that one pick, but not a big deal.
Yeah.
Nobody's perfect. And then you, 81 receiving yards, the most important on that last drive, and you led the team in tackles. You had 7.
Wow. Yeah.
wow.
Did you even know that?
No, I never. I always think I have like a lot less tackles than I have, because I mean, I don't remember a lot of the game. Yeah.
Do you prefer one side of the ball over the other?
I mean, some games I swear it's different. Like in Vista Murrieta, I had a pick. I had a lot of good hits, but then like the next week against Simi Valley, I had 2 touchdowns. So it's like in the playoffs, it's been like definitely a lot one-sided. Like one game I'm defensive good, and then another next game offensive.
Now, do you play both sides as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you prefer one side or the other?
I prefer defense personally. Yeah.
Because you like those big hits.
Mm-hmm.
Well, talk about the offensive side of the ball last night. Your offensive line, once again, was amazing. What was your guys' mindset going into the game?
I mean, just do what we've done all season long. Like, no reason to change anything up. And one last ride with all the guys. So just ground and pound and get it done.
And you guys most certainly did.
And how was that bus ride home? Was it loud and wild?
We had to pull over to the side to get some guys.
The bus driver told you guys to oh, really? I've had a couple of those. Now, that's usually with the freshmen, but
yeah.
All right, well, hey, man, you won state. It's all right.
Yeah.
Party a little. So when you look at the season as a whole, Julius had almost 2,500 yards rushing, which is just ridiculous. He broke the record held by Kerwin Bell, a record that's been around since '79.
Yeah, amazing.
I didn't realize this. You have 4 assistant coaches who were once head coaches.
Oh yeah.
And 4 of them were CIF champions. Mm-hmm. I mean, you have Coach Lowe, who won a CIF championship at Huntington Beach. White, obviously, at Edison. Thomas at Servite, and then, Grady. I mean, that's a good staff. Mm-hmm. And then they also have these guys, I call them lifers. Like, they're cool with being a position coach, and they're just great at that thing. So when you look at all the experience on that staff, talk about your staff, what those coaches are like. They just seem so professional. Is that the best way to describe it?
Yeah, I mean, I really think the game plan they would put together for us every single week was the best it could be, defensively and offensively, and all we had to do was just execute. And I mean, I really wouldn't want any other coaching staff. I really thought our coaching staff was really pristine this year.
Having watched so many of your guys' games this year, Mo and I coached a lot of years high school football, and you see other coaching staffs, stressed out, roaming the sideline. The Edison coaching staff is just they've got their game plan. Hey, we're just going to execute it. We're just going to do it. And I think it feeds off the energy of Coach Grady. He's just so cerebral and just mellow. I'm like, okay, we're going to fix this. We're going to do this. Here's a game plan. Stick to it. And I think it just resonates through your entire program, because you guys emotionally, you never seem too high or too low. You're just, always even keel. And, hey, there's adjustments we got to make in the game, and we'll make them.
Yeah, I know.
That's a great way to put it.
So we're going to combine the Fan Zone show with this one. So you guys want to stick around?
Yeah, for
We're
sure.
going to take a quick break.
100%.
We'll edit it in, and then I just want to say congratulations on that
Man, thank you, guys.
championship season.
Thank you, guys.
The real irony is CIF champs, state champs, but couldn't quite get league.
Oh,
I mean, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer.
True.
But I would make the argument, winning that league is almost more impressive than winning a state title, because that is the best league around.
That's a pretty tough league.
The SCCF Public Schools.
The SCCF Public Schools, that's right. No, I'm just messing with you guys. That doesn't mean, trust me.
No, I mean, playing in that league, just those losses we took to San Clemente and Mission, I feel like that just built us as a better team even more. And I mean, I feel like those teams that we played and lost to is a big reason why we won.
Well, that's a great. Was the playoffs actually easier in some ways than league play?
I think so. Yeah.
No, 100%.
There's a point. No. I mean, that's not a knock on your playoff opponents.
Playing against Mission with all those Division I players, I mean, just and then just get into the playoffs. I mean, we were ready for it.
And Los Angeles, San Clemente, they got. I mean, I'm telling you, that is a brutal league.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, it doesn't matter. You guys got the ring, and that's something you'll have for the rest of your lives.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man.
Thank you, gentlemen. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Sunset Rewind back at you with Fan Zone number 18 edition, end of the season
last
edition.
one, I promise you.
18 weeks, gentlemen. Think about that. We stopped your season 1 week short of Christmas vacation. Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
Nuts.
And we went full circle. I wanted to thank you for being here, Cooper and Jake. And Jake, full circle. We started with Jake at the beginning this year with Edison, and now we're ending with Jake.
We're ending-
What shirt are you rocking there, Jake?
The same one me and Jacob got at the very beginning. I mean, just telling you guys, talking with you guys, just how good our teams come together in the off season, and we came out. With
That seems like that was like 10 years ago now.
I know. It seemed like that was.
That seemed like a whole season ago.
I know.
And at
it's
that
crazy.
point, did you ever in your wildest dreams think we'd be sitting here today, CIF and state champions?
No, I mean, it was a dream at first, but then it came true, and
We
here
talked
we
about
are.
Coach Thomas, like from week one, all he talked about was this is a championship team. I mean, week after week, just pounding that into your heads. And then here we are.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, thank you for showing up. Of
course.
Jacob
Thank you for
Martin
having
flaked
me.
on me for the second straight week.
Come on, Jacob.
I still
Come
love
on,
the
Mark.
guy. I don't. It's
Come on,
fine. It's not the first time it's happened. But then he texted me this morning and says, "Well, we had a team meeting." I'm thinking, well, isn't this a Sunday? I'm pretty sure you didn't. Trying to fool the old professor. I've been around a long time, Jacob, so don't think you're getting over on me. I still like you, but
It's all good, Jake.
We
Fooled
had
him
got
once,
stuff.
shame on you.
It's
Fooled
all
him
good.
twice.
he never fooled me once. I knew, so it's all good.
So,
Hey, next man up, right?
Yeah.
Let's go. That's how you win championships.
so Cole, can we go to the
Yes, sir, Ski.
slideshow, please? And there it is, 2024 Sunset Rewind Fan Zone number 18. Wow. End of the season edition. You believe that, Coach?
crazy.
18 weeks. Teran,
Jeez.
Cole, that's unbelievable.
Yep. We went the full extra mile, and we finally reached the finish line.
So Sunset Rewind, where are they now? Chase Grossfeld, Los Alamitos High School class of 2023. Well, if you know what his father does for a living, this is probably a pretty easy one for you to figure out.
He's a JUCO head coach. I want to say it's Cerritos.
There you go.
Yeah.
He got MVP of the North
All-Star
for
game.
the All-Star game.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
We have a North and a South MVP a couple years ago. Yep.
So
Nice.
Chase, over at Cerritos College.
Well, real quick, you guys are going to be playing ball next year. What are you leaning at?
I mean, I think we both want to play for sure, and I think we're looking at Saddleback.
So
For- to
long
play.
time ago, Coach Kerry Crabb was the athletic director at Cypress High School, where I teach. So
And the head
I-
football coach.
Yeah.
And the head football coach. I go
Dang.
way back with Coach Crabb. Yeah.
I will say this. I was there yesterday, and I hadn't been to Saddleback since high school. The facilities are phenomenal.
Sweet.
I mean, the
Amazing.
backdrop
Saddleback.
is amazing.
Yeah.
It's a
The
great
press
place.
box.
awesome.
So I
is
went to
die for.
Saddleback, and I just gray shirted my freshman year there. I was basically a scout team tackling dummy. And it's funny where most of the parents were parking next to that baseball field. I was telling Mose when we were pulling in, I'm like, man, when I was here, this was actually our practice field. They turned it into a parking lot.
Yeah,
now, though.
wow.
I was like, wow.
That press box is on par with like D1 schools. I mean, you were in there,
Yes.
Teran. I was really impressed. So I mean, that's a great place.
And
to
they
play.
even have a conference room as well.
right.
Oh yeah, no. In warm-ups, I look up and I see
It's
the press box, and I was really
Oh, it was
surprised.
as nice as it looked inside
Dang,
as it looked
that's-
outside
that's
there. It
nice.
was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Do you talk to the old teammates that play there now? Like I know Jackson's there.
I actually haven't really talked to.
Okay, so
any
why
of them,
Saddleback? I
like-
mean, I know there's a lot of good choices. Was there something
Dom
about
Lopez.
them? Right.
Yeah.
I
Or
mean,
is it still up in the air?
I mean, it's still kind of up in the air, but I mean, it'd be really awesome just to next year just play with my guys, Coop, Matt.
yeah.
maybe-
Who else is
maybe-
considering that? As far as you know.
I think Matt, Jack Knudsen possibly, and then
Oh, wow.
us too. Like, it'd just
Boy,
be
and
cool
you
to
talk about a guy who
continue
left
it.
it all on the field. That
That's
guy,
right.
he's
Oh,
more
Jack.
damage
Oh,
this
good
year.
stuff.
Nah, Jack has been through everything this season, just getting hurt so much, and then in the beginning of the season when he got hurt from doctors telling him that he's not going to play another game of his senior
What's that
season.
movie with the guy from Midland that doctor said you can't play anymore and he went crazy? Friday Night Lights is one of those movies.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, just how hard he worked just to get back on the field. And,
I will say this about that guy. If there's one thing you cannot say about him is that he ain't tough.
oh yeah,
Because that guy is taking more damage
Well,
for his
he's a
team.
dude.
Now he's got another title behind his name, Jack Knudsen, champion.
State champion.
State champion, even better. Sunset Rewind trivia question. Mo's going to get this. But it was given to us by Edison coach Greg Campbell.
What?
Remember last week?
Go ahead and read it.
What high school beat 3 different high schools with the name Edison this football season?
Yeah, I forget. I remember him telling me that. It's kind of a.
I think it was
Well, you
Clovis
screwed up. You're supposed to
West.
say Edison, not with the name Edison, because then it kind of gives it away. Yeah, it's not. Nobody beat Edison this year 3
Right.
times.
No, 3 high schools with the name Edison. They beat 3 different schools that have the name Edison. I think it was the first
Okay, well,
game they
put it in the
I think
comments.
Clovis
First
West
to
or
win.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
correct, Teran?
Yeah, Clovis West.
Yeah, great trivia question by Coach
Teran
Greg
ruined it
Campbell.
for all the fans.
Where's Greg at?
Sleepy Mo,
Coach
do
Campbell,
not doubt the
Alabama?
dawn.
Yeah, he's in Alabama raising geese and texting people all the time during games and bugging them. Even the coaches. Do you
But
know
not
him?
you, though. Not you.
He
though.
left a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, Mo's player of the week. I mean, come on.
Oh my God! By the way,
Gotta
we
go.
posted a really good interview with him after the game. You know, Julius has an amazing backstory, and he had some personal friends down for the game. And after the game, he was really emotional. And go check it out on Sunset Rewind on X. Teran posted that, but great interview.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, 129 yards, 2 touchdowns, all-time single-season leading rusher. Man, you guys rode that horse to the finish
Breaking
line.
Kerwin
Oh,
Bell's
yeah.
record from 1979, so that stood for
Jeez.
45 years or whatever it was.
Crazy.
Oh,
All right.
my player of the week had to. No brainer.
Oh, look
Now
at
that is
guy
such
trying
a
to-
sick
Jake Minter.
shot.
That was the
That's
play.
the touchdown. That
That
is
is.
will go down in Edison history forever as the touchdown that won the state title for the Chargers. So 81 yards receiving, game-winning 54-yard touchdown reception. 7 tackles on defense.
You led the defense in tackles.
Get it
Yeah.
done on both sides
Did
of
you
the
know
ball.
that?
No, I did not know that.
Although I don't know if that's good if your secondary is leading the team in tackles. That could
Doesn't
be a good
matter.
and bad. No. It's a
Yeah.
great
Yeah,
effort.
yeah.
I'm not. I'm just saying. Like,
You're, I see what you're saying, though.
Yeah.
But 21-14 victory.
but they threw a lot. It wasn't like they were running the ball and your
Yeah.
safeties were making the tackle. So
Well,
there's a
the
difference.
DV, I mean, Slaughter was great. Schmidt was great back
yeah.
there. I mean, the interceptions they had. But at the end of the day, Jake Minter, great job, man. Congratulations.
Man, thank you.
Sunset Rewind, good vibe of the week. So we got a couple things going on here. That's the ultimate good vibe of the week. That picture will never, ever, ever, ever get old, no matter how many old you guys are. You'll be 94 years old and that'll still look cool.
Yep.
That'll never get old.
Yeah.
Who
That's
are you guys closest with on the team, like outside of football?
Oh, let's see. I guess me and Coop's gang is kind of Carson Schmidt, Aiden Brown,
Gavin Slaughter.
Gavin Slaughter.
Yeah, we're all pretty close,
I mean,
I'd say, yeah.
and then other than that, I mean, still really close with all the other
Yeah.
guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good stuff. By the way, shout out to. Did you have his dad's comment?
Yes, I do.
Okay, we'll wait till that.
Okay.
Your dad wrote a really nice email.
Yeah, he told me.
which I really enjoyed reading.
So some more feel-good vibe of the week. Get used to this picture, folks. This is Julius Gillick signing an autograph for a kid after the game. And Mo and I happened to be standing right there, and this kid came running. Julius, I get your autograph. Hands the ball to him. The mom was taking pictures and so thankful to Julius. So get used to seeing that picture, folks.
That was Julius's first autograph. He'll never forget that. And I just go back to that. And again, I don't want to be negative, but the fact that that referee decided he shouldn't play in the championship game for 2 stupid penalties.
Yeah.
And look, he committed 2 and you get ejected. That's fine. But the fact that he took 4 days to think about it and say, no,
Yeah.
I'm depriving you of playing in a championship game. And look at this. The kids are there to see the players play. And I'm not speaking on Edison's behalf or even Julius'. This is just my personal opinion. I thought that was weak sauce at the very least. But hey, man, success is the best revenge. And Julius is smiling ear to ear along with his teammates because they're champs forever. So
Speaking of that game
Great
last
comeback
night,
story.
a little side note. Do you guys realize that you beat 3 CIF champions this year? Palos Verdes, Granite Hills, and Central East. And then you also beat another state champion, Palos Verdes.
And,
So that's some other accomplishments.
Didn't
you guys had
Lacerna
along the way.
also win?
Lacerna
No, they lost in the finals.
They lost.
to
That's
Palos
right.
Verdes.
Palos
That's right.
Verdes.
Yeah.
That's right.
And had they beat PV, they probably would have won state because
Yeah.
PV rolled from there. So,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, you're 16 games. I don't think there was one freebie. I mean, that was ridiculous competition. How you
Yeah.
guys are still standing is beyond me because that's a lot of wear and tear. Well, let me ask you, how are you guys feeling physically?
honestly, I'm feeling
Yeah.
great right now.
I mean, you feel better when you win.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
But just the
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, also I feel like it's our lifting program during the season because we don't back down off of lifting during
hit
the
it just as
season.
hard as
Everybody
we hit
says
it.
how big it
Yeah,
how
no,
great
we hit it just
Coach
as
Thomas
hard,
is.
and then doing that keeps us healthier when other teams stop lifting
Right.
and get more and more hurt.
when other teams are tired, you guys aren't.
yeah.
So now that your season is over, seniors, what is your game plan? Like, are you playing other sports? Are you going to try to lift with the team, or go to 24-hour fitness? Are you banned from the weight room? I mean,
Oh,
how does
yeah.
that all work?
Definitely definitely lifted than me and this guy
Yeah,
are
keep it
playing
up.
some rugby.
Yeah,
This year.
Both,
Oh.
Are you playing with Coach Lowe's thing?
Yeah.
Okay, we
Okay,
got to.
yeah.
Okay, so I'm glad you brought that up. We'll get to that in a minute,
Okay.
but we'll wait. Okay, if you're into rugby, I got a cool opportunity for you, and we'll get to that in a second.
So, kind of what Mo was saying a minute ago. Ironically enough, the week that Julius comes back last week in the Granite Hills victory, he was named the Orange County Boys Athlete of the Week, not Football Player of the Week, Athlete of the Week out of all sports.
Showed zero signs of rust in that game.
Yeah, so congratulations
Thank
to
God he didn't
Julius.
play in that championship game because that would have been.
And by the way, you see the photo right there? 2 state champions.
Palos Verdes and Edison.
Yeah, you like
That's
that?
a TV
Very
game,
true.
yeah.
Yeah.
So this is what you're asking about. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but your father emailed us, Cooper. So Cooper is one of 5 Cirillo kids to attend Edison.
Now your dad is a Sea King.
Sea
Does
King,
he have mixed
yeah.
emotions when you guys play, or is it not even like a question?
Back when we were in the league, like I think he'd wear his like alumni jacket, but then obviously root for Edison and me. But
So he grew up in the Crundlemar area,
Yeah,
right? And then
yeah.
you guys now live in
and then moved here. Yeah.
Okay.
He wrote us a really nice email.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
appreciate it
Very informative.
greatly, Mr. Cirillo.
Good stuff.
And then Dennis Roll, who's our friend, he's a grandfather of Lucerna. He asked me the other day, what Edisons will be on your show tomorrow? Well, here's the answer, Dennis. Got Cooper Cirillo and Jake Minter. But then he said this, whoever is there, tell Edison, we at Lucerna congratulate you on a great season. You guys really
Thank you.
amassed
And thank you
quite a
guys.
big
Thank you guys.
fan base this year. Besides the Edison community, I know the Palos Verdes people.
Uncle
are
Richie, a
complimentary.
Huntington Beach guy.
Uncle Richie at Huntington Beach, Lucerna. You guys really, people who played you guys have a lot of respect for what you do.
Yeah.
They really do.
Just in general, when you start playing teams out of area and out of NorCal, who's not going to cheer for the SoCal team? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you kind of rally around your own. So.
Well, speaking of which, the same gentleman, Dennis Roll, gave me some statistics. So in the bowl season, SoCal teams had 5 wins. The Northern California teams had 9 wins. But he also pointed this out. In the higher divisions, which would be the Open, 1A, 1AA, and 2A, the Southern California teams won.
And did Max Preps pick like every NorCal team but one?
It was like, I think they only had Modern Day winning.
Right, which is
Yikes. Well, Cal Preps picked Central to win 28-26, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know what film
Not
they've
so
been watching.
much.
I mean, they could have. It was a close. If they had a kicker, maybe, but it doesn't matter. That's
can't change the past.
nope. And,
So-
they got it wrong.
Here's another good. This is the
And
way.
also, they whiffed on that De La Salle Mater Dei pick. I actually interviewed their Mater Dei's head coach, Raul Lara, and he was just blasphemized about that, of what Cal Preps.
They picked De La Salle over Mater Dei.
Oh, no, they picked Mater Dei over De La Salle
Right.
to win big time. I think it was like 44-7. And then he's like, that is not even close to being true. And he expected a dogfight from De La Salle because he actually played against De La Salle back when he was Long Beach Poly's coach. And it was their Mater Dei wound up winning. I don't mean to go on a tangent here, but honestly, Raul Lara got his first state championship win, first win over De La Salle.
Let me ask you this, Teran. Was Mater Dei number 1 going into that game?
They have been number 1 in
So they're going to
Max
win
Preps.
national championship. Too.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's not a bad first season.
Yeah, that too. So yeah, they've been number 1 in Max Preps all season.
So, back to the slideshow, please, Cole. Look at this, what our friends at Palos Verdes did yesterday. They had these printed before the game, knowing they're going to. So that's how they drove back up the hill to PV
Yeah.
on the 405
They called
freeway.
the shot before they took
Yeah,
it.
that,
All
they
right, well.
had those flags made for their car, so that's really cool. And I'm sure they'll be driving around for a long time around that neighborhood with those flags.
You guys
and
should
all
get
through the
those made
South
for the
Bay.
seniors.
Yeah. Yeah.
Roll up to school and.
So again,
Little,
congratulations
state flag,
to the Palos Verdes Sea Kings. Hey, how about this? Apparently the Sunset League isn't just good in football. This is a Orange County boys basketball top 25 from December 9th. Look at that. So as we transition or move into another sports season here into basketball, now that football's ending, look at the Sunset League teams getting it done in basketball as well.
You guys are going to do rugby. Do you do track or anything in the spring, or at this point is it just rugby and then
Just
lift?
rugby.
Yeah,
So,
rugby
yeah.
and lift.
Okay.
I think. Yeah.
No.
All right.
Yeah.
And it is time for Teran's takes. What do you got for us this week, Teran?
So we were all complimenting how amazing Saddleback College was. I will say there was one little drawback, and that was the elevator going up to the press box.
That thing was kind of slow,
You
wasn't
can always
it?
use the stairs, Teran, but heaven forbid.
Oh, the stairs are much worse. The security guards were telling me, or not security guard, the CIF state officials were saying, I would probably recommend taking the elevator, and then you just have to inform the security guard, because if you want to go up to level 3, that you need a special card, and they just scan the card, you press the button, and then you go up to level 3. But it does take a while, so yeah. But
So if you're ever at Saddleback College and you're going to use the elevator, keep that in mind.
Okay.
yes.
I guess that's the moral of that story, right?
So, Teran, what's the end of the season? Since we have no more predictions, how did the season stats end for you, Mo, and I?
Well, we all did really.
You're the champion. We know that.
Yes, we did. We all went 1-0. We went 1-0 the past 4 weeks, for good reason. And the final overall records are as follows: Mo went 46-32, Kevin went 44-34, and I went 47-31.
Champion.
The dawn is here.
Champ. Congratulations, Teran. Nicely done.
Thank you, Kevin.
Anything else you got?
Well, I don't want to say this in a way to scare people, but I'm hoping we can continue to keep this going. I'm hoping to be back. I'm not saying I'm leaving forever, but my
Where are you
mom.
going?
Well, I'm going to Texas like after before the new year.
Why?
To visit my brother, and my mom wants me to see if I could try to find work in the full-time work in the sports journalism field.
Well,
But
Edison's looking for a DC. Do you have any interest in coaching football?
sure,
All right, well, hit up Coach Grady.
yeah.
All right.
Hey,
But-
well, Teran, with the
But I will
technology, you can always be a part of this.
Yeah, we can. I can obviously, but I'd like to be in person because honestly,
Of course.
this was a big first for us. I guess another feel good moment would be you, me, and or you two and myself, basically being at the CIF State Championship, because Sunset Rewind had never ever covered a CIF State Championship.
I'm going to
game.
be honest with you. Being on the sideline yesterday was pretty special for me. It was pretty cool, and like you guys always make me feel at home, and it was like I felt like I was a part of it yesterday. It was awesome.
It
So
was
I was talking to
electric.
Coach Lowe after the game, and it was really interesting. All the teams we cover were out by the second round. So we basically had you guys for 6 weeks. I mean, I really got to know this
Yeah.
team.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Yeah.
hard
Charger
because-
Rewind.
Yeah, when there's 7 different teams, you just you kind of know their dudes, and it's different. But Coach Lowe was saying the thing he liked about this team was just the character.
Yes.
The players, like anybody who's ever coached knows. Sometimes you get these teams like, I can't wait for the season to end. It has nothing to do with wins or losses. It's just
I
you
know.
get some
Yeah.
guys you can't wait to see leave. But he said he's really going to miss this team just because of the quality of the leadership and the senior leadership. So, but that all goes hand in hand. Winning, good character. It all
Well, you know
plays
what?
a role.
Your parents deserve a lot of credit too.
That's
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Speaking of careers, do you guys have an idea? I know you're young, but when you do go to college, have you thought about what you want to do, like teaching, coaching? You got time, so don't stress.
yeah.
For me, honestly, not. I haven't really thought of it yet. I'm still
No
in
rush.
I don't really know yet.
No
yeah.
idea.
Yeah, I'm coming in the same boat myself. I thought maybe something like business or marketing, but
We got time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
kind
you
of
got
a-
it in college.
Start
It'll-
thinking
it'll-
about
you'll
that,
figure
you got
it out.
majors.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
all right.
Sunset News.
But yeah, I'm
fan
hoping I
comments.
should be back next year. I'm gonna do everything I can to stay with Sunset Rewind, no matter what.
Well, make sure you
happens.
let these guys know they're stressing. I can see the anxiety in their face.
Don't
back.
worry,
We
I
need you
will.
back.
I
We
will
need you
fight to
back.
stay with Sunset Rewind.
I'll give you Jake's number. You
Awesome.
can text him.
So a couple comments this week from fans. Sean Pfeiffer, Sunset Rewind, sure celebrates our athletes and is a valued member of the Edison community. Thanks for all you do for us. Oh, I like this.
You know who
P.S.
Sean Pfeiffer's son is, right? Do you?
Conrad Barrera. It's a step.
Oh.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
He used to be my boss.
Cyber.
Good friend.
Dang.
Yeah,
Good-
yeah.
He requests some Oingo Boingo music too.
Oingo
Oh, why didn't you tell me? I would have played
Pfeiffer.
them. That's all
Uh,
right. Next season.
J.K.
Conrad's a
Pink,
senior.
though?
He's a junior, right?
Yeah, he's a junior.
Yeah.
right
Fun
now, so-
fact: I
Charger
have a
comments.
He's gonna be
record
good next year.
of Oingo Boingo.
Keep on rolling, Chargers. Jai 1000 comments on the. I think we mentioned this with Julius last week. Sacramento State is nothing to sneeze at. They're a real football program with transfer potential. Yeah.
So they just had a little bit of a rebuild year, but Sac State will be back.
And then our good
the
buddy
FCS.
Sean Pfeiffer says, one last time, PSS, go Chargers. So
All right. What do we got?
here we go. Here's what Mo was referencing a couple minutes ago.
So after the game, I was talking to Coach Lowe, who used to be the head coach at Huntington Beach, won a CIF championship there. And he and this guy,
Oh, they played Newport Harbor. That's why.
Raymond,
Thanks, Kevin.
Tegan, is that his name? Raymond Tegan?
Yeah.
Anyway, they run a club rugby team. They practice at Edison, but it's open to anybody who's in high school. You can be at LaSalle, you can be Newport, Irvine, El Toro, doesn't matter.
Bishop Sycamore.
And
I'm just kidding.
Right. So
I just
it's
put Edison there
growing.
because that's where Coach is right now.
A lot of the players that we've had on the show play it. They love it. They think there's a direct correlation between rugby and football
100%.
skills. You guys, do you play it or do both of you?
We're both our first season. I've had some
So
practices
talk
before.
about rugby a little bit and how it's different from
Are you
football.
playing
what
sevens
you
or
like.
15s?
We're doing 15s this
Okay.
year. It's just really cool. Like for me, it's something new. So like I've played like pretty much every sport, but to start something new this like late in your life, it's really cool. And then like I got friends who like know a lot about this sport, so it's me like picking it up and them teaching me. It kind of.
And then Coach Tegan, some Irish guy, I guess.
Yeah.
Hardcore.
They've all got like accents, so it's like super dope. Like
So you know
talking
they're
to 'em.
legit.
Yeah, no, like it's like sick. Like I might try to get an accent to like talk with him. It'd be funny.
Well, it's like if you have a British soccer coach, that's
Yeah,
worth at
I
least
know,
5
yeah.
wins, regardless
Yeah.
of what they know.
It's just so much fun.
And it's only like 4 to 6 weeks long. It's not some
Yeah,
grinder
yeah.
like
Oh,
you
yeah,
guys
no.
are on
Yeah,
that.
it's nice.
I had a
short,
soccer
not
coach
a
as a kid from
16-week
Scotland.
season.
Yeah, not a 16-week season. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. So you play on grass. There's no turf,
Yeah.
so you have to worry about the rug burns. Did you guys get any of those, by the way?
Not this game too much.
Oh yeah, that ain't going away for a while.
Hey, the price for glory, though.
So
Yeah.
pull that up one last time. If you're interested, send that coach an email, and he'll give you all the details. And yeah, rugby's growing. I'd love to see that become a CF sport. I don't know when they play it, but what the heck? All right.
Hey, JP West Media. Saw him running up and down the field. He must have ran enough for like 8 miles yesterday. You guys always see him.
Yeah, I see him. Yeah, he does his
Sprinting.
thing for sure.
Did you go to his house to get the pictures and all that?
Yeah, at the beginning of the season,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
the seniors did. Yeah,
All
it's
right, cool.
sweet setup he's got.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome. Yeah, that little garage thing he's got.
Yeah, no, it is sick. Yeah.
All right, Coach.
Okay, this is the last time I'll get this message out. We'll be there. It's the California Showcase. If you want to play at the next level,
A little
it's
over 2 months from now.
opportunity. It's at the Great Park in Irvine. It's free. If you're a senior, you just go. You show your skills. They probably use some 40s, some shuffle runs. Maybe you bench 225, how many times you can, whatever. It's just you show your skills, and there's all kinds of coaches from all kinds of schools who are giving scholarships away. And again, I always say this, and I'll say it again: if you can start in Orange County, you can play at the next level. It doesn't have to be Ohio State or Alabama or anything. There's a lot of football out there. And a lot of guys go to this and walk away with scholarships. And like I said, it doesn't cost you anything. So what do you have to lose? Go check it out. And you go to the website right down there, sign up, and who knows? Maybe you'll be a scholarship player.
So, since this is the last episode of the season, we just want to say thank you, everyone, from all of us at Sunset Rewind for an amazing and unforgettable football season. And I got some thanks to some certain individuals I'd like to give. And Teran, if I leave anybody out, please let me know.
Should we do employee of the year real quick, or do you want to do that at the end?
Let's save that for the
Okay.
end, because that'll be a nice surprise. So, obviously, Jason Levin, Murphy Cargus, Cole Menzinger, Emma Verns, Nick Verns, McKenna Maloof, James Kruppe, Sam Bray, Genesee Atkins, JP West, Jeremy, JP West Media, Dean Ferguson, Dan Trung, Ron Miller, Dominic Lorenz, Coach Kim over at Huntington Beach, Dennis Roll, Dan Klink, all the coaches, players, families, and fans of all the schools we cover and have covered this year. Thank you so much for your gratitude and your kindness and how well you treat us whenever we're at games and your positive energy and positive comments. We really appreciate it. Coach Greg Campbell, Mark Danoon, Mike Cobley, Lorenzo Esparza, and Coach Saggio as well at Edison. Just to all those people. Teran, you have any thanks you'd like to give?
Basically everyone that supported us, and sometimes maybe even the haters as well, because they fuel us.
Teran,
Sleepy Mo.
those haters.
So, one last thing before we sign off. We have to have our 3rd annual Employee of the Year. So, we at Sunset Rewind, we all get together, or we
have a secret vote.
and I'll just say it, for the 3rd year in a row, the Sunset Rewind Employee of the Year is no one other than Teran Rodriguez.
Well, there's a tiebreaker, and Jason was the casting. He was the different vote.
Congratulations.
Thank you,
again.
Jason.
Terran's resume.
I
is
voted
just-
for Murphy, but
Okay, Sleepy Mo. Let me just tell you, who got you your CIF credential? Who got you the
Teran,
state
I'm not
credential?
knocking, but you won it twice. I just felt
This
Murphy
is
did
three.
a great job.
Teran, look.
Look, he just showed up as a matter
Trifecta.
of
Look at
fact.
that. 3 in a row, Teran.
Like Jordan.
Three-peat.
Three-peat.
Maybe Edison will get you a ring.
You know what, Teran? That's a dynasty. 3 in a row.
Okay,
I've
well,
never gotten it once.
okay.
I just felt Murphy was more deserving, that's all. Go ahead.
I guess Mo really wants me to leave Sunset Rewind.
No,
Oh, we love
need
you. You just
We
won
need
3 in a row. We need you.
All right, but that's why I said thank you to Jason.
Yeah. No,
All
he was the
right.
deciding vote. He was the tiebreaker.
Thank you, Jason.
Please like and follow us
Cole
on
and I
social
had
media.
Murphy.
You're not gonna let me give
All right, go ahead.
a speech. First
Oh
of
yeah,
all-
let's have a speech from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you to everyone that voted for me. I really appreciate you. I really appreciate everything from Sunset Rewind. And I just gotta say, I used to pray for times like this to rhyme like this, so I had to grind like this
You're
to
about
shine
to lose
like
your
that.
title.
Yeah. Hold on, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished when I bought that Ashton Martin. Y'all thought it was rented. Flexing on these players like I'm Popeye with his finish. Newport Harbor
okay.
is my team. Matt Burns captain. I'm lieutenant. I'll be riding around that public bus. Y'all ride around that Lambo. Everyone thinks I'm a hater, like my boy Jackson Rambo. All right, that's
It's off
it.
the dome.
Do you guys remember this thing called the Gong Show?
No.
Yes,
I'm really
I
aging
know.
myself. If
I
I had that
actually
gong
do.
right now, it would have hit it.
I actually do know that show.
All right, good stuff.
I watched Game Show Network.
So,
when I was
Teran,
a
your
kid.
gift, obviously, for 3 in a row is amazing. The plaque's on its way, but we got you a nice cupcake. It
Thanks.
doesn't have Harbor colors, Teran, but it's CDM, which is the closest it gets.
All right.
And you got a nice thing of C's candies. You can pass that forward, share with our guests. They were nice enough to come in. But that is your 3-peat champion employee of the year. That's the manager special discount. So
So please like
Thank
and
you,
follow
Mo.
us.
I really appreciate it. And I appreciate you. Let me just say one more thing. I appreciate Mo for everything that he's done as well, even though he's kind of grinded my gears and burnt my waffles. You know, everyone would always ask, "Are you too good?" And yes, we are definitely good. You know, Mo just likes to be.
Teran, who's always got your back, buddy?
Cole. I'm just kidding, Kevin.
Teran,
And Jason.
I adopted you for a reason. So let's just
Yes,
leave it
you
at
did,
that.
Mo.
Yes. All right, are we good?
Well, remember to like and subscribe to us on social media platforms, X and Instagram. You can go to the sunsetrewind.com channel website to get all the latest updates. Even stuff possibly going on in the off season. Please like and subscribe on our channel on YouTube. And if you have any comments or questions, we'll get back to you. Once again, thanks to all our amazing people.
How about our guests, man? Give them a shout out by name, man.
Man,
Coming
thank
down
you,
here,
guys.
coming
Cirillo
listen
and
to Teran
Jake
for an
Minter
hour.
coming down the day after the championship. Excuse me, let me address them properly. CIF and state champion Cooper Cirillo.
Do you guys have any
CIF
plans
and
the rest of the
state
day?
champion Jake Minter.
What do you do the rest
Probably
of the
just
weekend?
take it easy, to be honest.
Man, just
Yeah.
soak it in,
Soak
soak
it
all of it in, man.
One more week of school and you get a 2-week break
And
for
then a
Christmas.
nice
and we get a
little break.
break.
Did
man.
your teacher say anything like, hey, if you win state, maybe I'll give you some extra credit? Or
Yeah, no, one of my teachers actually says, like, you keep winning, so I got to keep giving you these
Extensions on
passes
your
on
Edison
tests.
is a great academic school, but I have a feeling that your Christmas vacation kind of is going to start tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
I
real
mean,
quick, shout out to any teacher. I know we've had you on already.
Yeah,
so-
shout out Mrs. Yance, AP Bio and Marine Bio.
All right.
Mr. Bammer and Miss Clarkson, my English and government teachers.
I've already.
Oh,
so
we
we
met-
ran
we
into
talked to Mr.
Nico's
Bammer
mom
last
and
night,
dad
yeah.
last night in the
That's
parking
both
lot. They were
Yeah.
great.
We already know what food they're going to eat.
Yeah. Just watch our old shows. We don't want to
Yeah.
take up any more of their time. But hey, listen, I appreciate you coming down last second.
Thank you, guys.
Especially after Martin flaked on me. It's the second straight week. You are officially going on the wall next year. Both you guys, you will
Sweet.
be in the Hall of
you got
Fame.
Jake
Hall of
already
Fame
up
one
there.
this year.
Awesome.
No, I'm taking that one down. He loses Hall of Fame status. Look at that hair, by the way.
Look at that hair.
All grew back too.
Good, yeah, right?
You
Just
know
like
what
mine.
that is? That's the hair of a champion.
That's right. That's
Champion.
right.
All right.
Yep.
Well, congratulations, guys. Everyone else out there, been a great third season. Thank you so much for watching us each week. It's an honor and a privilege to be able to do this, and we love what we do.
Hopefully we'll see you next year.
See you next year,
We
everyone.
will.
Thank you, guys.
Happy
Thank you.
holidays.
All
Take
of us.
care, and God bless.
Thank you, everybody.
Yes.